sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
That was the best part of the show. Everybody missed it.
Oh my
I'm
God.
so sorry. So
I
Kenya,
forgot.
I'm sorry. I don't know where it ended, but
All right.
yeah,
So
just Jason, do your thing. I'm
that's right.
sorry about that.
That's right. So do this now. Remember when I discussed there's that site called Scribed, SCRIBD. There's an app for it. Now a lot of people, it's $10 a month. Okay. Now what they do on there is they give you documents that you would normally not find anywhere else. There are tons of documents in there, tons. Now, now hold on. Before I even start? Now, do we go? Are we starting a new one?
Yeah.
So should I get out of this one and then go to the new one?
Yeah.
The questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, no problem. Hold on one second. We will go ahead and do this. No problem. Okay, so now, all right. Oh. God, that guy's an asshole.
I know. I can't figure out how to block
No,
him.
I'm just kidding. I heard myself talking.
Oh.
That's all.
Easy, guys. Come on now.
I was calling myself an asshole. I heard myself talking. That's all. I can call myself that. What happens when you're correct? So, when there's it's called Scribed, SCRIBD. Okay. Please, it's $10 a month, but that's where we get a majority of our documents from, because what you'll do is you'll start chasing that rabbit down the hole. Right now, you start out with these operations. You start out just with the Admiral Byrd, the missing diary of Admiral Richard E. Byrd. It's actually on there as well. And when you realize what Admiral Byrd, why this came out after his death, because he would have been, it would have been treason if he would have revealed what is in his diary before that. Now, he went to the North Pole and he was actually sucked into the North Pole. He was the pilot and he had another his co-pilot with him. They got sucked into it. Now they saw a woolly mammoth down there as well, alive, running around, and they were just flabbergasted. They just could not believe it. So what they encountered were beings. Well, they were Nordics and they spoke with a German accent. So what they did is that they brought him in to meet the ruler of that area. And what he had to tell Admiral Byrd was that we were going to pretty much destroy ourselves due to the atomic weapons and, I wouldn't say nuclear weapons. I'll just say atomic, because nuclear, you go along the same deal as it being fake. Now, with the atomic weapons, because this was all after World War II, after the two bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Now, those two were not supposed to be dropped. There was supposed to be one bomb over one empty military installation. That's it. That was supposed to end the war. Done. The Satanic Zionist Masonic side said, no, we need two dropped, because the two columns of smoke, it's a satanic Masonic Zionist symbol for the two columns for the third temple, from which they were going to crown their king of the world. Now, they had to do everything twice. The second time they did it was on 9/11. That's why you had the two buildings come down, the two columns of smoke. Two columns of smoke. It represented, the two columns in the third temple. Remember, they're trying to build this third temple over in Israel. Now, this is how big this is. This is why this whole flat Earth, all Earth, whatever. That's why it's so. It's not like, well, what does it matter? There's a lot that matters, okay? Because our Creator created this whole realm for us, this plane. Now, to say that it wasn't created by our Creator, that it was all evolution and Big Bang and we were fish and we were we were like amphibians and we had tails and they fell off. It's like that makes absolutely not a bit of sense because they don't want us to know the truth. They don't want us to know the truth that we were actually created by Anunnaki and reptilians as well. We are an offshoot of extraterrestrials ourselves. Because what our creator gave us was our spirit, our soul, and our ether. Everything else, that's what they created. That's why when they could talk about the co-creation, the Babylonian epic of creation, and the Enuma Elish, Enuma Elish, that is our true beginnings. That's a 5-5, EE. Now, with this saying that it's a ball earth, it cannot be. It's beyond impossible. We are living in planes. We have a physical plane, we have an astral plane, we have a causal plane, we have a mental plane, and we have a spiritual plane. Everything's planes. Everything's flat. Everything's just, it's all layered. That's all it is. We're in a simulation. Now, we're not in some spinning ball, out in outer space, because the numbers that they came up with, that's why the whole Freemasonic, the entire Freemasonic society, that's why they came up with the whole 666 and, the speed and the axis, the tilt of the axis and everything. It's all lies. It's all to worship their God, which is Satan. Then they were trying to get us away from knowing our real creator, because if we did know how we were truly created and that we do have all this power, well, what would that do? That would make, all of us start thinking, well, if we have all this power, then why can't we get it back?
Exactly, Jason. There's a verse in the Bible that basically says, if once you see my creation, the earth, then you no longer have the ability to deny my existence. You no longer have any excuse. And they can't have that. They hate God. They hate the creator.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why that's why everything's so hateful and evil right now. I mean,
you get that right. It's just so much negativity in the world right now. And no matter what you talk about, no matter what the subject is, no matter where you stand, it's just like the pendulum has swung way over to the dark side, but it is swinging back over to the right. I mean, to the light, I should say.
Dave,
anyway,
exactly right. I know you have to go. I just want to say one more thought for you. And they don't want us connected, because if we all come together and start thinking, they have to do a great reset. So they've divided us by countries, by religions, by races, by sex, they're dividing the sexes now. They're separating us by distance, covering our faces. This is all to dehumanize us and take our power away.
Agreed. Right? They want a great reset, but what they're facing is a great awakening, and that's not what they want. So,
right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, this has been interesting. I think that we could probably go on for quite some time. I'm not convinced.
Dave,
go ahead, Kelly.
Be convinced.
Well,
Kelly?
Dave, if you want to, if you need to go, that's totally fine. I think the guys would like to keep going just for a little bit more to dig a little more information.
Like I said,
but
I had somebody pounding on my door. I had a little crisis in the neighborhood here. I wanted to go take care of that. So.
That's okay. I greatly appreciate you being here today. You know that, and I'll be talking to you soon. So
yeah. Okay. Hey, David, nice chatting with you.
Thanks.
Didn't convince me yet, but you gave me something to think about.
Okay.
So.
And that's the important part, getting the wheels spinning. So absolutely.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you much. We'll talk to you soon.
Dave,
Thanks,
if you can just leave on your end so I don't have to kick you out, because we all know. There we go. Okay, guys, still going.
Hi.
Yay, flat earth party now.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So
it's all about an open mindset, though. It's all about
so-
expanding the mind.
there's a book called The Earth is Flat, Be Afraid, Be Very Afraid. It's by Casper Stiff. Now, I don't know if you have this, David, but I stumbled upon it on that whole site, and it says they're lining the Earth is really flat. Now, they talk about the water's nature level and everything, and we've been lied to by NASA, of course, because we have all the documentation for that, and of course, when it comes down to it, the sun is not a sun; it's a solar simulator. We have the patents for it. It's constructed by Northrop Grumman, and that's why the sun and the moon are the same size. Now, saying that the sun is like 3 billion miles away, well, how did they come up with that calculation? And why is it that the Hubble telescope cannot do a 180 and shoot a picture of Earth back to us?
Because it's too close, Jason.